Will DC be able to match the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Ever? Will they ever be able to restore the lost sheen? Well, at the moment, it indeed seems so. Yes, DC is late to the party, but better late than never, right? Hello everyone. If you are looking for an honest review of the latest HBO TV series, Peacemaker, then you have come to the right place. As in this video, I will talk both about the positives and negatives of this latest venture. Well, I am not biased. I don't prefer Marvel to DC as so many people nowadays do. Tell you what, Marvel characters weren't even that famous before Marvel executed them so well on the big screen. Well, enough of this DC versus Marvel talk. Here is my honest review of Peacemaker. The positives. Number 1. DC upped their game, finally, by venturing into the R-rated genre with a goofy and infantile sense of humor. This show is pitched against the likes of Deadpool and the famous cult movie Kick-Ass. It's all jokey, garnished with F-words every 5 minutes. It seems our Peacemaker is stuck in his adolescence, which suits John Cena, given his demeanor, his personality. I have watched his comedy blockers. Man, John Cena knows how to act. He is way better than these professionals who can't even produce more than 2 expressions on their faces. John Cena has indeed nailed it. Now it feels as if no one else could have done justice to this character, Peacemaker. The jokes are appropriately timed, well mostly, and the show is certainly going to entertain its target audience, which I think are the young adults. Well, if you're too much of a nice guy who hates these raunchy lines and cuss words, this show isn't for you. But if you are looking for something like Deadpool plus Dumb and Dumber kind of humor, then you shouldn't skip watching this one. Number 2. The right amount of complexity, the right amount of details. Yes, I believe this is one of the strongest points of the show. Often we read books and watch TV series with too many subplots, too many twists and turns, too many characters that we either lose interest in them or are not able to root for even one of these fictional characters. This isn't the case with Peacemaker. Neither the show is too complex nor too simple. Neither there is plethora of characters nor there are too few of them. It strikes the right balance, has the right amount of complexity, which makes the series engaging and engrossing enough. All the characters are twisted. All these characters have different issues with them. All these characters are mentally deranged. Well, in a way, which makes them not only funny and lovable too. You can easily root for any one of them according to your proclivity, your liking. This, I believe, is the show's biggest strength. You don't have to invest too much of your mind or too much of your attention to fully enjoy this show. Sure, there are moments, those subtle gags that need closer attention. But even if you miss paying attention to a few of them, you wouldn't lose track of what is happening in the show. I think this is definitely a quality which all modern day writers, directors and movie and TV show creators must have, given how short our attention span is these days. Number 3. The action sequences are super realistic. Yes, just like the cult favorite movie Kick-Ass, the action sequences, the stunts are very much believable. Perhaps much of it is because John Cena is himself from the same field. So if you are a person who wants some real action, and just the right amount of superhero stuff, then this show is definitely for you. Number 4, those cliffhangers at the end of each episode. Yes, you heard that right. Each episode ends on a super cool note, making you want more. I mean, one can't help oneself wondering what is going to happen next. Peacemaker will hook you right from the start, and you will long for the next episode after finishing each one of them. Yes, the series is that good. Well, enough of just praise and praise. Let's look at some of the bad features. Number 1, too much virtue signaling. It's well known what narratives these DC TV shows subscribe to. Often these DC TV shows get way too much carried away, get way too much political, as is the case with Batwoman and Supergirl, that there comes a point you start hating them. Be you with any side, liberal, conservative or a communist, etc. It doesn't matter at all. Come on, we are not watching superhero shows just for you to show up your political agenda, your political ideologies on our faces. We are watching these superhero TV series because we are all geeks. We are comic book lovers. We want action. For politics, we already have platforms like Twitter and Facebook. So please stop putting politics in everything you create and just entertain us. It is something that Marvel understands very well and DC still doesn't. We all want an escape and not lecturing. So please stop being an activist for a while. Number 2, just like the Matrix Resurrections, the show's biggest strength is also its weakness. At times these sex jokes, these deranged gags looks forced and not natural, which might be a turn off for many if you are targeting a specific audience. You have to perfect it, You can't just throw completely unrelated and irrelevant quips and jest all the time in the middle of some serious action. Balance is much needed when you are walking a slippery rope. Peacemaker has not only upset these nice people who regarded John Cena as a role model for children, but it has also disappointed some of the fans of this genre who pay close attention to even the minutest details. I think there is scope for improvement, and the show creators, James Gunn, etc. will definitely take this feedback positively and improve their game with time. Number 3, DC's Amanda Waller still doesn't know what is an A-level mission, what is a B-level mission, and what is a C-level mission. Those who have watched the Suicide Squad movies and the first few episodes of Peacemaker must be wondering if these butterflies are really that big of a global threat. Why Amanda has hired a single super assassin for this mission. It doesn't make sense. Either this Project Butterfly is not that important or it is. You can't have contrary threat perception. At some point, viewers are made to believe that Peacemaker is enough to handle this mission. At other, we are told that these butterflies have reached every nook, every corner of this world. Come on. You hired a whole team for Colto Maltese starfish mission, and now when these butterflies are everywhere, you only hire a single man. Well, thanks to Vigilante, who added a much needed muscle to this small team. Otherwise, it would have felt ridiculous. They have to add more people in the future. If this Project Butterfly is really an A-level mission. Number 4, while the action sequences are totally believable, the CGI and special effects, whenever and wherever it has been used, are substandard. Perhaps the show creators have budgetary constraints. It is being televised on a small screen after all. I don't know. However, they could have done a much better job. It is not much of a big turnoff as far as I am concerned. But you see, most of the viewers always have these high expectations from these superhero TV shows. And it feels bad when something is not up to the mark. People are bound to make comparisons with Marvel. This is why I feel they should pump in more money in this venture. Summing up, overall, Peacemaker is a game-changing TV series for DC despite all its little flaws. I would rate it 4 stars out of 5 and would urge every superhero fan not to skip it. It is a worthy sequel to the Suicide Squad, and I hope James Gunn wouldn't disappoint us in the future also. Well, this was my honest review. Do let me know what you think about it. Thanks a lot for your precious time, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Ciao.